Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer on the unique requirements for becoming a commissioned notary public in the first state, Delaware. Delaware actually does things a little bit differently than the rest of the country. So whether you're looking to start or maybe renew your notary career here, this breakdown is going to help you get compliant, stay protected, and really understand the rules of the road. Let's jump right in. The absolute most common question first-time notaries ask when mapping out this new career path is simply this: how much is a Delaware notary bond? I mean, it makes sense. It's a standard hurdle for so many professions, right? And it's usually the very first thing people try to budget for. Well prepared to be surprised, because the answer is $0. Seriously, zero. Unlike the vast majority of the country, where securing a surety bond is a strict, out-of-pocket financial prerequisite, Delaware requires absolutely $0 for a mandatory notary bond. Yep, you heard that right. No bond required. Under the Delaware Department of State, you are completely exempt from that standard surety bond requirement. Actually, Delaware is one of just 22 states that don't mandate a notary surety bond for commissioning. So you can go ahead and cross that traditional, costly requirement right off your checklist. But here's the catch. Because Delaware doesn't require a financial bond, they have to maintain oversight a little differently. Specifically, they require a much shorter 2-year commission term. So compared to the standard 4-year term we see in most other places, this tighter 2-year renewal window is how the state keeps its notary roster highly active and strictly verified. Let's look at the real requirements and what Delaware notaries actually need. Now that we know what isn't required, the bond, let's transition over to the non-negotiable compliance steps you absolutely must take to operate legally. Okay, so to successfully become a notary in Delaware, you're going to need to submit a completed application along with the corresponding fee. You also have to provide solid proof of Delaware residency or at least employment eligibility within the state. And you absolutely must have a perfectly clean record with 0 felony convictions. Finally, you'll want to check directly with the Department of State for the most current education or exam steps. Even without a bond, these strict background checks are exactly how Delaware protects the public from fraud. And just to ground us for a second, the legal authority governing all of these requirements is Delaware Code Title 29, Section 4303. This statute really reinforces the highly regulated nature of this compliance. Basically, this isn't just friendly advice we're talking about here, it's the literal law in Delaware. Moving right along to voluntary protection, securing your Delaware notary business. Now, just because the state doesn't mandate a bond to protect the public, well, that definitely doesn't mean you're completely safe. In fact, you could argue that the lack of a state-mandated bond leaves the notary personally exposed to some pretty massive liability. And this is exactly where E&O insurance comes in. Errors and omissions insurance protects you from liability, covering your legal defense and settlement costs for notarial errors. Think of it this way. If someone challenges a notarization in court, E&O insurance is the literal shield that defends your personal assets and your career. It is absolutely crucial. It is so vital to understand the difference between these two protections. A surety bond protects the public. If a claim is paid out, the surety company seeks full repayment directly from you, the notary. On the flip side, E&O insurance protects you. It covers your legal costs and settlements without demanding any repayment. So even if you choose to buy a voluntary bond just to project professionalism to your clients, it's the E&O insurance that truly has your back at the end of the day. So whether you need voluntary bonding to build that client confidence, or you just want to explore your requirements further, here is your clear next step. Get your notary surety bond quote in minutes. Apply online, fast approval, all 50 states, buysuretybonds.com. Thanks so much for joining me to master your Delaware notary requirements, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.